New York is the performance capital of the world. On a given block, one can attend the finest shows, concerts, ballets, or even hear a group of street musicians playing to the rhythm of the city. Amid all this glitter and excitement, there is a school that serves as a training ground for the stars of the future, the School for the Performing Arts. A motion picture company, led by award-winning director Alan Parker, is making a film about the students who attend this school as they take the first steps toward their dreams of stardom. It is aptly titled Fame. Alan Parker, known for films like Bugsy Malone and Midnight Express, is directing his first film in America. Before the start of production, he sent a letter to all members of the cast and crew explaining his reasons for making this contemporary musical drama.
Because of the unique geographic position of the school, they are constantly reminded of the success of the Great White Way of Broadway, and constantly also reminded of the failure of all the schlock of 42nd Street, which was quite nearby too. It's a difference, a very fine line between a Julliard Scholarship and dancing topless at the Metropole.
Come on, use your body.
It's the combination of the two things. It's rock and roll, it's Vivaldi.
Thank you. You play very well.
It's always that fine balance of success and disaster.
Not singing, I'm definitely not.
But you have to.
But I came to dance.
You have to sing too, and act, and play a musical instrument.
You have to do all three?
It says performing arts, doesn't it?
Oh, you don't have to do everything. May we have the next group, please? Hurry up.
I'm fascinated by anybody who wants to perform. The joy. I originally thought it was the joy of performing. I'm fascinated by young people. And if you put those two together, to want to actually expose yourself in the way in which they do at such a very young age, that I realised it wasn't just their joy, but also their pain.
What's your name, honey?
Doris Finsecker.
The amazing thing about Doris Finsecker is that she changes so rapidly. In 4 years, she grows from this pathetic, very shy person who has no self-worth at all, and she just blossoms.
My character's name is Hilary Van Doren, a girl from a wealthy family who goes into the high school for dance training. Hilary's a doer. She just goes out and does what she wants. She goes out and gets what she wants.
In addition to an ensemble cast of talented young performers, Anne Meara plays Barbara Sherwood, a character who represents the academic side of the school.
Okay, action please, Ed.
Hernandez Poco.
Dancing is just one of the things that she does. She's a singer and an actress, you know, and she has a lot of dreams and aspirations of becoming famous.
Martelli Bruno?
I play the part of Bruno Martelli, who's, I guess, the musician of the movie.
Garcia Raul?
Ralph Garcia. I think they spelled it wrong on the application form.
Garcia Ralph.
Here. He's talented enough to know that he wants to get out of the school. He's talented enough to know that he's alienated from the people around him.
McNeil Montgomery?
Here. He's a very serious, young, sensitive artist.
Monroe Lisa?
Yes. She's in the dance department, but through the course of the movie, she realizes, or she's told, that dance is not for her.
Johnson Leroy? Johnson Leroy. This is a classroom, Mr. Johnson.
He didn't care nothing about reading or writing. He just danced.
Why are you here, Mr. Johnson?
Because I was young and single and I loved to mingle.
Speak English.
Speak like I like.
This is my homeroom. You'll speak as I like.
She represents that authority and that reality. And she is the one person that brings us, the audience, always back to the fact that you know, maybe there is another side other than these dreams, which are wonderful to see, but they're not always realized.
Acting is the hardest profession in the world.
Music is the hardest profession of them all.
Dance is the hardest department in the school.
Okay, ready? Open up.
Choreographer Louis Falco is an acclaimed member of the international dance community. He makes his film debut as the choreographer for Fame.
What you have at the high school is you have ballet classes, you have modern classes, you have a minuet class, then there's lunchroom scenes which involve a great deal of disco because that's what they do during the lunch hour. We laid out a lot of material. It's just sequences and it still has to be worked out dramatically as to what's happening.
kids do jam at lunchtime and they create their own music and they are always dancing and moving. We have gained heighten that reality because it is an entertainment. But you look at it and I think you're excited by it, but never ever do you ever think, well, maybe this would never happen. It could very well happen.
404, take 1, camera A. 404B, take 1, camera B.
Enormous musical number in the 46th Street where the kids actually dance on the cars. It's not something you see every day of the week. On the other hand, you look at it and you think, well, knowing these kids, it could happen. And if it could happen, then what we've done is show it. And these kids just don't dance, they dance brilliantly. Because the kids at that school are brilliantly talented kids. It's always pushing that reality to as far as you can, but never stepping over into it ever being surreal or being phony.
Action!
Baby, hold me tight, 'cause you can make it right. After at your heart to break, I got what say. I'm gonna make it to heaven. Light up the sky like a rain. I'm gonna live forever.
Yo! What do you think of this Fifth Avenue? Back it up. Who do you think you are? Go get these monkeys. Hey, wait a minute. Get away. What are you doing? Yeah, how do you like that? Pick that up. Pick it up. Like that. Pick it up. You just pick it up.
Performing is the main reason students attend this school, but there is always the constant reminder that academics are of equal importance.
Be natural. All you've got, lots of anger, lots of energy. Action!
I told you I'd done it and I forgot it. My hearing is fine. It's your homework that's missing. And these couple of pages I have, they're unintelligible.
It's a secret language, all right?
This isn't a joke.
I got lots of jokes.
This is garbage.
My pen broke.
Hey, you can't learn to read. You can't learn to dance.
I can read.
Terrific, go ahead. Surprise us.
I said I can read.
Then read.
No.
Read!
No!
Read! No!
A lot of them, I don't think, realised that what part of their personality I was necessarily going for. It's one thing reading a two-page monologue. It's a skilled actor who can get it right. It's a skilled performer who can get it right and put a bit of passion into it. But it's something else when it's not, when it ceases to be a 2-page monologue, but a piece of you. And if you can actually reveal that inner person, then you get something very special. And I don't think a lot of the times they ever realised quite what was happening there in front of them.
You should have been out there tonight. The audience hated me.
You had a bad night, man. That happens.
Yeah, not to me, it doesn't.
What do you want, insurance? All anyone ever promised you was 7 classes a day and a hot lunch. The rest is up to you, Ralph. I mean, back in the Middle Ages, actors, they didn't even want to bury us.
Well, they do now.
Not if you're good.
How do you know if you're good?
Maybe you never know.
Our kids don't necessarily succeed. There is an optimism that they might be able to cope with what will come their way because of their skills and because of their talents and because of what they've learned at this kind of school.
A movie company led by Alan Parker and a group of talented young actors and actresses are making a contemporary musical drama that takes a hard look at the lives of 8 students at the School for the Performing Arts as they try to gain a foothold in the world of music, drama, and dance. The film is called Fame.